We will see Java technical question and answers for Interview, Part 7. The topic is Applets and Abstract Window Toolkit. What, what is Java AWT? Java AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit, and it is an API, that is Application Programming Interface, to develop graphical user interface or window-based applications in Java. So we have a lot of very different components like button, radio button, checkbox. We can by using that I can develop a window-based application as well as the graphical user interfaces. Java AWT components are platform dependent. That is, components are displayed according to the view of operating system. So generally, when we see the output of an application, actually it need to resemble in any operating system the same look. But here the Java AWT components are platform dependent. So according to the operating system instructions, the output is being represented. So there is some slight variation in the output. AWT is heavyweight, that is, its components are using the resource of underlying operating system. So here mostly the instructions given by the operating system have been taken highest priority. So more number of resources have been consumed for each and every component of AWT. So it is heavyweight. What is the component in AWT? All the elements like the button, text field, toolbars, and apart from that we have checkbox, and we have checkbox group to create a radio button, then list, etc. are called as components. And in order to place every component in a particular position in the screen, we need to add them to a container. So we have a lot of components that I need to place on screen. So I require a container so that I can add elements to the container. So the components should be added to a container. What is a container in AWT? The container is also by default a component in AWT that can contain another components like button, text field, labels, etc. The classes that extends container class are known as containers itself, such as frame, dialog, and panel. Now this frame, dialog, and panel three are derived from the container class. So automatically this frame, dialog, and panel will also be acted as a container. These are the types of containers in the AWT. One is window, panel, and frame. What is a window container in AWT? A window is a container that have no borders and many bars. So here we don't have any sort of borders as well as the menu bars for the window. So use frame, dialog, or another window for creating a window container. Because as I was saying, the frame and dialog is also a part of container. So we can use frame or dialog directly instead of going for the window container. What is the panel container in AWT? The panel is a container that does not contain title bar, border, or menu bar. It is generic container for holding all types of components. It can have other components like button, text field, etc. An instance of panel class creates a container in which we can add components. So here we can just go for grouping some elements. In one panel, we can keep certain elements like button, text box, radio button, checkbox. In some other panel, we can keep some other components. So we can create a number of panels and each panel is holding some group of components. What is the frame container in AWT? The frame is a container that contains title bar and border and can have many bars. This frame is derived from window container, but window is not holding title bar and border in many bars, but here the frame is under. So that is the reason we need to directly work with the frame rather than the direct window container. You can have other components like button, text fields, comma, etc. You can add so many components to the frame. And frame is most widely used container when developing an AWT application. Now, what is a canvas in AWT? The canvas class controls and depends on blank window upon which you can draw. So canvas is nothing but layer surface where you can draw some graphics, some lines, some rectangles, some circles. So actually the canvas is not visible, but still it is acting as a mirror surface on the container so that you can put some graphics. What's the purpose of set size of a window in AWT? The set size method is used to set the dimensions of the window, like width and height. So the set size is accepting two parameters. That is width, the first parameter, and height is the second parameter. You can see the syntax below. Void set size of int new width and int new height. Which method is used to make a frame window visible in it? So there is a method called set visible, and you need to pass a boolean value. True means the frame window is visible, otherwise no. So the syntax is void set visible, and you need to give the boolean that is true or false. Which method is used to change the title of a frame window in AWT? So we have a set title method, and we pass the string title. So whatever you pass parameter, that will become the title of a frame. So syntax is void set title, and you string your title. Which method of graphics class is used to draw a line in AWT? So we have a method called draw line. And if you can see the syntax, void draw line, here we need to give the starting x and y coordinate from where your line is going to start, and ending x and y coordinate also till where you need to draw the line. Because as I said, the applet viewer, which is nothing but a content element for the applet, is working with pixels. And in order to identify the starting and ending points, we need to go with x and y coordinates combination. Which method of graphics class is used to draw outlined rectangle in AWT? So we have a method called drawRect, and we have this syntax for that. DrawRect. Here we need to give top left from where you need to start the rectangle and what is the width and height of the rectangle. Which method of graphics class is used to draw a filled rectangle in AWT? So we have a filled rectangle method. So filled rectangle is nothing but drawing a rectangle by using some color like black color is being automatically inserted into the rectangle. Whereas the previous one is want only draw the borders. So here you can see the same set of parameters, but the name is filled rectangle. Which method is used to add a component to the container AWT? So we have a method called add method. This method is used to add the components to the container. Syntax is add of component object. Suppose I want to add a button. You need to create a button class object and write that button object as a parameter for this add method, which returns a component. Which method is used to remove a component from the controller? As we are adding, we have a method for removing also. So remove method is used to remove the component from the container. So you give which object you want to remove, that object you need to pass as a parameter for remove method. Suppose this now I was saying button object you are creating and you are passing that object as a parameter for another method is being done. Same object can pass for remove also, the button will be removed. We start the components in AWT. So we have the components like label, button, checkbox, choice control, list control, text field, text area, menu, scroll bar. When does the headless exception occurs in AWT? So headless exception is raised when an applet is made to instantiate. Instantiate means creating an object, a GUI of a GUI component in a non-interactive environment, such as one in which no display, mouse, or keyboard is present. So in such situations, if you're trying to create an object in GUI component, then headless exception is raised.